Volta New York is a contemporary art fair comprised of solo projects by leading and emerging international artists. The annual event connects hundreds of buyers from around the world with thousands of art enthusiasts and buyers. Bahamar was excited to send 2 artists from the Current to exhibit their works at this world-class event that was founded by a Bahamian.
As a Bahamian, it's extremely important for me to have our country represented on this kind of platform. People very often ask, oh, is there art there? And, that offends me as a Bahamian because where there are human beings, there's art. And so it's important for me to have the Bahamas represented at Volta New York. And so it's amazing that Bahamar wanted to commit to this platform, to send 2 really great artists from our country to represent the country here.
I'm honored and I'm humbled by the opportunity and the responsibility given to me by the leadership team at Bahamar. I was very excited that they were so excited to send us to Volta only in our first year.
Being in New York City, which is basically like the hub of all artistic practice, is just great. I mean, there's a gallery every other corner. Even the taxi drivers are talking to you about art and exhibitions, and everyone is just so in tune with the art community here.
Bahamar Artistic Director John Cox also brought artists Jordana Kelly and Keith Thompson along for the trip to help with logistics and to expose the 2 young artists to this international art fair.
This has been such an amazing opportunity and experience to be able to come to New York City to the Volta Art Show to help provide support to Natasha and John.
It's a great opportunity. I love the fact that Bahama thought it was right to send me here as well. There's a lot of inspiration, especially here in New York, because there are so many different aspects of art that I get to see and so many different elements I could pull away from these artists.
The team pulled together and made a very unique booth, as John and Natasha shared the same space but had distinctly different works on display.
The booth is extraordinary. I mean, it's a large stand, so in the solo project fair, you can support 2 artists there and it still feel like 2 unique bodies of work. And there's a lot of common ground with the 2 artists, but they're both so singular on their own, and the works are both so new respectively. And I think that's a really cool thing. I think a lot of visitors feel that as well.
Visitors must have agreed and were drawn to the booth. Natasha, in particular, had an excellent show.
On the 3rd day, I sold all of my paintings, all 5, to 1 person, so that was exciting. Just to see the interest of other people is very rewarding after working on a body of work for so long, and being sort of alone in your studio with it to see how it touches other people is really uplifting.
Team members of the Current and organizers of Volta were all appreciative of the commitment that Bahamar showed to all involved in the art fair.
It's a very big platform for me, and as a very young artist, it's good to get the exposure, and I can't thank John and Bahama enough for that.
I'll remember this for the rest of my life, and I'm so thankful to Bahamar and the Current team for taking me. I want to remember this, and I'm honestly going to grow so much. I already have 10 ideas for new shows and new work I want to make.
Bahamar's already made an amazing commitment at home to the art community, purchasing art for the hotel, commissioning large-scale sculptures, and just sending the artists here to be in the booth is already a commitment. And that Bahamar is willing to give that kind of support is really extraordinary.
By making this commitment to Bahamian art and artists, Bahamar hopes to continue to make waves in the international and local art communities.
I think Volta delivers intangibles. It delivers exposure for the resort. There's partnerships that I can see brewing with Volta in the future that kind of bring visibility to the resort at large. So I'm just very grateful to Graham and his team that they see the value in it. And I'm, like I said, just humbled and inspired to lead the team and to help to further develop the platform of art at Bahamar.